It's almost 4th of July weekend. AAA expects 40% more Americans will travel this year than did in 2020. Clay Ingram with AAA joins us now. Hi there, Clay. With so many more people traveling, how much more crowded do you expect roadways will be?
They're going to be really, really crowded. Wherever you're headed, we're going to be back to pre-pandemic levels, very similar to the number of people we saw traveling for the same holiday in 2019, and actually more than we saw for the 4th of July in 2018. So it's going to be an old school travel holiday week, and there's going to be a lot of cars out there.
Ooh, a lot of cars. So does that mean more people will be driving or more people will be flying?
No, we're actually going to have an increase in the percentage of people traveling. So about 93, 94% of the people traveling during the 4th of July will be traveling by motor vehicle. So that's an all-time record, and it's just because of a little bit of a pandemic hangover. I think people feel a little safer doing that, and we've got so many people that are headed to the beaches and to Central Florida that it's going to be really crowded pretty much wherever you're headed, to be honest.
I mean, I could definitely see people having a pandemic hangover. So what are some of the most popular destinations for them to get rid of that hangover and move on to?
Well, nationally, it's a completely different situation than we're seeing here in Alabama. Nationally, we're seeing Las Vegas and New York and Disneyland and places like that. But here in Alabama, especially in South Alabama, almost everybody's headed to the beach somewhere, and there's very little availability around the beach. The prices are extremely high if you can find any availability, and that's far and away the most popular destination. But we're also seeing some people headed to the state parks, the national parks, Disneyland, Universal Studios, those type places. The outdoor type destinations are far and away ahead of everything else.
You mentioned higher prices possibly for people looking to stay at the beach. Where should people expect to see higher prices this weekend?
Well, to be honest, I've been doing research the last week or so, and it's almost the entire Gulf Coast from Texas all the way around to Key West, Florida, believe it or not. There just doesn't seem to be any place that's exempt from it because the demand is so high. There's a lot of pent up demand for people to get out and go somewhere. People are feeling a lot better about the pandemic and about being safe. And I think there's just a higher percentage of travelers this year that are headed to the beach rather than other destinations. And so that's created a really big demand for anywhere along the Gulf Coast area, and it's driven those prices up really high.
If people are planning to head out of town this weekend, when is the best time to leave? I'm guessing it's not 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
No, you're exactly right. Just trying to go during the non-peak hours is always a smart thing. You don't want to drive too late at night or too early in the morning because drowsy driving could come into play and could be really dangerous for you. In fact, drowsy driving is now thought to be is just as dangerous as drinking and driving. So early morning is good as long as it's not too early, and in the evening is good as long as it's not too late. But midday and rush hour times are absolutely the worst possible time to go.
Clay Ingram with AAA, thank you so much for joining us.